Good morning, all of you. Today we will start unit 5th. The topic is exploratory testing, right? And what is your exploratory testing? That is not a simple testing. It is something different, like that it is used in agile development process mostly. And sometimes one type of the testing, you can say regression testing. Already regression testing, it means something you are modifying, and if you are modifying one modules, then you can test to another modules, because there will maybe a side effects one module to another modules, maybe some interface problem, maybe. It means you are doing something or you are improving something, then you have to retest. That is regression testing. But exploratory testing is something different. Actually, in extreme programming, the whole team is responsible for the outcome, not only the tester, right? No separate quality assurance department is there in agile development, or you can say in extreme programming, right? In here, the goal in extreme programming is not to find only to find their bugs, to remove the bugs, but ultimate goal is not to write the bugs. Expectation is that the programmer will not write any bugs or will not make any mistakes. Good and experienced testers enable the team to improve their work habits and achieve their goal of the producing zero bugs. That will be possible. The actually the whole team is responsible for process improvement, and testers are respected peers in this process. Not only the tester will test, but all team is responsible not to produce the bugs, to find the gaps and alls. Exploratory testing is a best practice. Actually, it is a style of the testing, and in this style, what you will learn? You will learn about the software while at the same time designing and executing test. You will conduct parallelly through the feedbacks from your customers, from your previous tests. And also it is responsible to discover unexpected and unusual behavior, unexpected side effects. Maybe there may be a holes, there may be a holes in your implementation, there may be a risk may be related to your quality attributes. Like, what are the quality attributes? Maybe security, performance, reliability, availability. So many quality based attributes are there. There may be some risk there, right? We discover surprises, untested conditions, right? Surprise, it means that is not your expectation, but it happens. But you are not expecting, but it happens. Something is gap. What's you getting? What's your expectation? There may be some gaps. There may be some loopholes, maybe, that you cannot easily find out. That is a style of the testing, and it discovers behavior, unexpected side effects, also in the implementation, right? Also, that is a basic difference between the structural testing and explorating testing. Basically, a structure testing, it means there is a proper structure. You will do this, you will do this, you will do this, like that. First you will test unit test, integration test, top down, bottom up, acceptance testing, system testing. So many structural testing are there, blackboard testing also there. That is a proper procedure in structural testing, right? But here one functionality test, second functionality, third functionality, and so on. But it is a ad hoc manner. You will test functionalities in exploratory testing in a ad hoc manner. Maybe this one, not in a series. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe any. First you can test any functionality. It depends on the total, what are the thoughts of the tester. Basically it depends only the thinking of the tester. That is not planned. Need not to write so many test cases, need not to plan in advance, but only some idea. Who have experienced your tester, they have some idea and they will conduct, right? That is not a pre-policy, right? You will conduct. Though the current trend in software testing is to push for automation. All things are going for automation, automation, automation. But automation having some certain drawbacks. Human being can do so many things, but your machine cannot do all things now. Like that. Automation cannot. Automation can't. It can't think. Think, but what program you will proceed, you will store, it will work only. It depends on your total instructions of the human beings. It cannot predict. Automation cannot suggest. Automation cannot refine. Automation cannot collaboration, teamwork. How machine will help you to share your ideas? It means they are only affairs, some platform, but manually some testers will discuss their ideas. They can, one will suggest to another, pair program will be there, and human being is more powerful. And for a long time you cannot depend only automation, automation, automation. It means it's okay, all are following the automation, but automation having also some limits, right? And our exploratory testing totally depends on the tester's thoughts, tester's thinkings, tester's ideas. There are no pre-planning, right? Here some differences between the scripting and exploratory testing. There are some. Scripting testing you already know, basically testing are there, directed from the requirements, or all things are there, because in agile development there is no fixed or advanced requirements. Directed from the requirements and exploring during testing. Determination of the test case is well in advance, but there is no test case in advance. Confirmation of the testing with the requirements. But here investigation of the system or application, that is important, very important. Here you will discuss for investigation with the help of your online on-site customer. You know already in agile development 100% customers is always there at the development site, working site, right? Emphasizes prediction and decision making, emphasizes adaptability and learning. Here you are learning, it is considered. You don't know something more, but you are doing. Learning by practices, you are revising these practices here. Involves confirm testing, involves investigation. Testing, that is totally different. Traditional testing, it is different. Only your investigation, that is an investigation process. Investigation, it is about controlling test, it is about improvement of the test cases. Here you are only controlling the test cases, because you are writing in advance all the test cases, and basis of these test cases you are conducting test, but that is no any test cases there. You are only improving your work, like making speech you read from a draft, like making conversation. It is a spontaneous. This script is in control. This is also control, but in user's mind, tester's mind. It is totally controlled in tester's mind. Exploratory testing is not random testing, but it is ad hoc testing with the purpose of the find bugs. Okay, it's structured and rigorous. It is a thinking based, and it comes from charter time boxing. Chart it means you will make some chart. All things you will prepare in a charter type. You will write points on charter. Is highly teachable and manageable. You are learning. All times you will learn in agile development. It is considered always. No one is complete. No one is expert. They are learning. They are taking practices and they are learning. It's a continuous process. You know already. Learning is a continuous process. It is not a technique, but it is an approach. You can say it is an approach, not a predefined technique, not a traditional technique. It totally, this approach also depends on the tester's thoughts, tester's experience, right? What actions you perform next is governed by what you are doing currently into your current actions. When to use exploratory testing? There are some conditions. On basis of that, you will conduct test. Right? There are some conditions, environments, then you will conduct test. When? Extensively. Testing team has experienced testers. Before conducting the exploratory testing, because it totally depends on the thoughts of the testers. But testers should have more experience. Then he or she having a more ideas. Guesses, how they will guess? There may be mistake, there may be some loop, maybe something manual they can test, and they will conduct suddenly at any location. Early iteration is required. Then it means something, only small part you will design, you will develop, you will test. You know already in agile development action programming, delivering, early delivery is there. Development is in iterations, iteration 1, iteration 2, iteration 3, and so many more, right? There is a critical application. When there is a critical application, then you can go for exploratory testing. New testers entered into the team. Few things you have to remember while you are conducting, you are performing this testing. What things you have to remember? Your mission should be clear. You should have a proper vision of your project. Every team member should know. Every team member should discuss, or your mission, vision should be printed on the charts at your workplace. Properly display board should be there, and make sure to create notes and report on what you are doing and how a system is behaving, which could be a potential bug. All things should be recorded. You will write all things what you are doing, you should write on your cards or your paper. What is the system behavior in these circumstances? You have to write down, learn, observe, and then come up with new test cases. These are the basic process here in exploratory testing. You have to learn, okay. Then you have to observe, then come with new test cases. Then you will execute your test case, right? about exploratory testing. About exploratory testing. Actually, it is similar to TDD, test development and incremental design. TDD means test driven development and incremental design. Incremental design, TDD you know already. Red, John, green, refactoring, 3 processes in TDD. And incremental design, first you will write code for only 1 feature, next 2 features, next 3 features, next 4 features. In this way you will develop. Rather than designing a large test suite, you will design a single test and execute it against the software. See what happens. After that, here result of each test leads you to design the next. Then each test is a literal experimental work. Keep this point in your mind. These tests will investigate the capabilities and limitations of your software. Exploratory testing can be, you can conduct manually or with the help of some automation. It is possible, but manual is more preferable. And here there is a tight loop between test design, test execution, and your results. What you executed, what you interpreted. Actually, exploratory testing works best when the software is ready, when it is completed, right? This is your basic exploratory testing. Learn analysis first. Learn cycle is this. Here, this one. Analysis, learn, test, design case. Here, test execution. First, you will observe analysis. Then you will learn in your mind what may be or what may not be. Then you will plan. You will do some test design, and then you will execute the test cases. And in TDD, that is a red. Some failures occurred, you will write something. Green, you will write a production code, you will test, refactor something, you will improve here, you will change, you will write some code, you will improve your code quality, and then without changing its behavior, that is a refactoring process. Again, go to the next cycle. This cycle will go up to the end, then you will get a good quality product, right? That is a basic. It is similar to this. Exploratory testing is similar to this. That is a cycle. That is a cycle. You can see here analysis, learn, test, design, test execution. Something is there before testing, after testing, right? That is a process. Here, when stories are done, it means stories are completed completely. You don't have to test stories that were finished in the current iteration. Don't repeat testing process here. If your stories you have already completed, remember that you are not using exploratory testing to guarantee quality, but you are using it to provide information. What information? Information about how the team's process guarantees the quality. Team's process will guarantee the quality, but tester will not guarantee the quality. Your exploratory testing is not guarantee the quality, only your what process your team is following. And there are some categories of the ET. It means exploratory testing. फिर स्टाइल में क्या है? Exploratory testing, strategy based and scenario based. Strategy based, like that, some unit test this and boundary value analysis, so many testing approaches, and smoke testing is there, and sandwich testing is there, so many traditional testings are there. There are predefined technology test case you will design, then you will do this, you will do this, you will do this in this way, right? And here the scenario based maybe it depends on your scenario. That is scenario may be created by the testers or teams. Scenario may be provided by the customer. Scenario may be provided by the customer, or scenario may be created by the testing team or your development team, right? There are several ways to perform exploratory testing. How to perform exploratory testing? Guys, you have some ideas. Yes, but guess is you cannot guess, because if you are not expert, you are not experienced tester, you cannot conduct this. That's why I was asking you, before starting the exploratory testing, you should have a proper experienced, well experienced expert tester who have so much experience in a particular domain, particular type of the projects, right? And architectural diagrams and use cases, you can use this. Architectural diagrams, use cases like the UML, Uniform Modeling Language. You are using the star UML diagrams, so many use cases, activity diagrams, class diagrams, so many use case diagrams you can apply, right? Past defects, you can learn from past defects. Past defects that are find out in your previous iteration, right? And error handling, how you will handle the errors, exception handlings, so many processes you can use it. Discussions, you can discuss with your customer, you can discuss with your team members, you can discuss if there is some pair program process, you can discuss with your partner, right? Discussion is a best mentor, discussion is a best mentor mantra. And questions, and some questions may be there, or right, you can prepare a list of the questions, answers, checklist may be there. In this way you can conduct, right? And how can we do exploratory testing? There is a proper process. Analysis, you will start from here. Analysis, learn, right? Analysis, learn. After that, test, design, test, execution, cycle, like the TDD, test driven development. Analysis, learn, test, design, test, execution, that analysis, learn, test, design. All processes, these all processes will run around the exploratory testing. Actually, here exploratory testing is all about the discovering, investigation, and learning. This emphasizes the personal freedom and responsibilities of the individual tester. Test cases are not created in advance. Instead, testers open the application directly and start browsing it to find defects, bugs, or defects. They may note down ideas about what to test before test execution. They have no idea. At the same time, they will get some idea. They will plan, not in advance. The focus of exploratory testing is more on testing as a thinking activity. Thinking, it is totally exploratory testing, is totally based on the thinking activity. Tester will test what idea will come in his or her mind, right? Exploratory testing is a hands-on approach, hands-on practice in which testers are involved in minimum planning with minimum planning and maximum test execution. No planning in advance, but testing execution test execution process are more time, right? In this way you will conduct, and you will start your analysis, learn something you get, then you will test a design, then you will conduct that test. So many process is that is a cycle. Testing approach make use of the heuristic to guide testing, right? Heuristics will work as a guide for the tester. Test cases execution and test case creation go hand in hand. At the same time, you will design the test case. At the same time, you will execute the test, right? Test cases keep on evolving based on tester observation and learning. Observation you will do, you will learn, you will design test case, you will execute test case. Different testing techniques like boundary value analysis, equivalence testing, etc. can be applied to ET. Boundary value means like that is a limit 1 to 100. You can test 1, you can test 100, and in between you can test 50. Or negative testing out of boundaries maybe -1, 101, so many more, right? Session based ET means exploratory testing can be used to make it more structured and focused. Session based, that will be provided by the customer or your developer team. Testers can branch out their ideas but never stray from your mission, right? And testers can branch out their ideas but never stray from your mission, right? And testers can branch out these ideas but never stray from your mission. Then extreme exploratory testing does not use scripts. That depends on the tester's mentality, tester's expectation, and tester's experience, right? Some tools are used here. Some tools are there. Charters, tool number 1. It means, what are the charters? Before beginning on the exploratory testing, a tester should have same idea of what to explore in the system and what kinds of the things to look for. Actually, this charter helps keep your sessions focused. Testers will focus on the charter. May come from the complete story. This charter maybe come from your complete storage. You will create, you will design, and maybe related to the interaction between the complete storage. What are the communication between the complete storage? What are the interactions between the storage? Then you will create a charter. And this charter may involve quality attributes. What quality attributes? Like security, reliability, stability, performance, availability, and so many more, right? With the help of your team, after discussion, you can prepare a charter like storage. When write well, then you can work well. Well written charter will work well. And tool number 2, observation. Actually, automated tests only verify the behavior. Which behavior? That behavior that programmers write them to verify your test, to verify your ideas. But it is a totally different in case of the humans are capable of noticing any problem or something is not going well. They can observe it easily. Exploratory testers can test the test, and these exploratory tests can easily find out that something is out of the order, that are not correct, they are out of the order. And these observations which they will get from your ideas or some experience, these observations lead your testers to ask more questions. Maybe, for example, you are doing something, you are providing some URL from your web browser, and if it's editable, your URL, you can change your some IDs, and you can run more tests, explore in new directories, in new directions. And third one test is note taking. Note taking, nothing is what you will do, you have to write down. You can record your screen, where you have been and where you are going. All things you maybe forget. That's why I'm suggesting you should write everything what you are doing, what your system is doing. Manually, you can write notes on the paper or cardboard, or you can record your screen. Zoom in also. Zoom have a capability of recording your screen. So many other advanced tools also there. Like that, some screen recorders such as Camtasia. Camtasia having also a capability to record your all tracks. What you are doing on your system, that all things will be recorded. And these notes and recordings tell you what you were doing at a particular moment. And tool 4 number is heuristics. Heuristics, actually it is a guide, a technique that helps in your exploration work. And boundary testing is an example of the test heuristic. Boundary values, like that I asked now, and that may be a boundary value 1 to 100. First you will test 1, you can test 100, and in between 50, or out of boundaries maybe -1, maybe 101. In boundary testing, if you have a field that is supposed to accept numbers from 0 to 100, for example, then you can test 0, 100, or something in the middle, and invalid values like -1 and 101. Experienced testers use a variety of the heuristics, and you can maintain heuristics catalog also. And this heuristic catalog will help you to improve your exploration work. Some types of the heuristics I will explain here. None, some, all. For example, if your user can have permissions, try creating users with no permission, some permissions, and all permissions. And second type of the heuristic is Goldilocks. Too big, too small, just right. Boundary tests on a numeric field are one example of the Goldilocks test. Another example you can say, for example, you are uploading an image file. Try uploading a 3 MB picture, that is too big. A file with nothing in it, too small. You are not, file is there, but you are not writing anything here. And a file of the comfortable size, for example, 50 KB. And next is position, beginning, middle, end. Sometimes you are trying to find out the location of an item or line number, beginning or middle or end. Position can apply to an edit control. For example, edit the beginning of a line, middle of a line, end of a line. Or it can apply to the location of the data in a file. What is the location of a data in your file? You can apply this position. It can apply to an item selected from a list. In list now, where you are inserting an item into a list. But what is the position of that item? And then next one is count 0, 1, many. For example, you could create invoicing with 0 line items, with 1 line items, or many line items. Or you might perform a search for 0 items, 1 item, or many pages of the items. Similarly, count can apply in numeric situations. For example, a count of dependent data records. A customer with 0 addresses, a customer with 0 addresses, a customer with 1 address, a customer with many addresses, or a group with 0 numbers, 1 number, many numbers, or anything else that can be counted. You can apply. Create, it means create, read, update, delete, like that in SQL, in database maintenance work. You are managing database for each type of the entity and each data field in your DBMS now. Try to create it, create a data, read a data, update a data,